Be ready for the dictation. Start. Meanwhile, the appellant also preferred a review application before the tribunal for reviewing its earlier order dated 31st December 2002. Wide order dated 5th March 2004, the said application was dismissed by the tribunal on the ground that the same was barred by limitation. Hence, the present appeal. Mr. D.P. Chaturvedi, learned counsel, appearing on behalf of the appellant while assailing the impugned judgment, strenuously urged that, having retired appellant's father without offering him a suitable alternative job, despite the fact that he was found medically fit in category B1, the respondents were obliged to appoint the appellant in terms of instructions dated 7th April 1983 and 3rd September 1983, which were reiterated in circular dated 22nd September 1995. Per contra, Mr. Ashok Bhan, learned counsel, appearing on behalf of the respondents, contended that appellant's father, having opted for voluntary retirement in terms of the Railway Board's letter dated 18th January 2000, could not seek appointment of his son on compassionate ground. Learned counsel urged that the appellant has not brought any material on record to substantiate his plea that his father was forced to retire. Now it is well settled that compassionate employment is given solely on humanitarian grounds with the sole object to provide immediate relief to the employee's family to tide over the sudden financial crisis and cannot be claimed as a matter of right. Appointment based solely on dissent is inimical to our constitutional scheme, and ordinarily public employment must be strictly on the basis of open invitation of applications and comparative merit in consonance with Articles 14 and 16 of the Constitution of India. No other mode of appointment is permissible. Nevertheless, the concept of compassionate appointment has been recognized as an exception to the general rule carved out in the interest of justice in certain exigencies by way of a policy of an employer which partakes the character of the service rules. That being so, it needs little emphasis that the scheme or the policy, as the case may be, is binding both on the employer and the employee. Being an exception, the scheme has to be strictly construed and confined only to the purpose it seeks to achieve. We do not propose to burden this judgment with reference to a long line of decisions of this court on the point. However, in order to recapitulate the factors to be taken into consideration while examining the claim for appointment on compassionate ground, we may refer to a few decisions. In a case, while emphasizing that a compassionate appointment cannot be claimed as a matter of course or in posts above class 3 and 4, this court had observed that the whole object of granting compassionate employment is thus to enable the family to tide over the sudden crisis. The object is not to give a member of such family a post, much less a post for post held by the deceased, what is further mere death of an employee in harness does not entitle his family to such source of livelihood. The government or the public authority concerned has to examine the financial condition of the family of the deceased, and it is only if it is satisfied that but for the provision of employment the family will not be able to meet the crisis,